Hello guys, this video is about skyscrapers. Basically, skyscrapers are the buildings which having height more than 800 feet, or we can say that 244 meters. And generally, more than 10-story building are considered as a skyscrapers. So, this concept was used first by New York City, and structural definition of the word skyscrapers was later redefined by architectural based on the engineering development of 1880s that had enabled construction of multi-story building. डेवलपमेंट ऑफ मॉडर्न स्काईस्क्रैपर्स. स्काईस्क्रैपर्स का ज़रूरत क्यों हुआ, वाई इट इज़ नीडेड, बिकॉज by using skyscrapers we can provide more shelters in limited space. कम से कम स्पेस को यूज़ करके, कम से कम लैंड को यूज़ करके ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हम लोग शेल्टर प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं. प्लस अगर कॉमर्शियल एक्टिविटीज़ है तो कम स्पेस के अंदर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा ऑफिसेज हम लोग प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं. In the late 19th century, the first skyscraper would have been typically an office building of more than 10 story. So the first skyscraper था that was office building, and the height of the building, if we consider single story height is 12 feet, so the 10 story building having height more than 120 feet around. So it is considered as a skyscraper that time. That was originated in USA, in Chicago and in New York, where the space was limited and where the best option was to increase the height of the building because there was no enough space to increase the land area. The home insurance building in Chicago was perhaps the first skyscraper in the world. That was first skyscraper in the world that was built in 1884 to 85. Its height was about 42 meter and that having the same 10 story building. You can say in the image the latest skyscrapers, which is the tallest building, that is Burj Khalifa, that is located in Dubai and having height is around 828 meters. So as of now it is the world's tallest skyscrapers. Now which kind of material, structural requirement and which kind of building technique are used to build this kind of skyscrapers? Let's talk about foundation and the excavation pit. Skyscraper foundation are considerably more complex than those of for normal building. Yes, definitely. If we are going to construct normal building, then the skyscraper's foundation is quite different from normal building in terms of starting with the dimension. If we talk about the dimension of footing, like if we are providing combined footing, isolated footing, to dimension is different. Dimension will be more in skyscrapers than normal building. Then its weight. Obviously, if we are increasing dimension of any structure, the weight would be increased. Can be depend on the specific factor like nature of soil, that is proportional to the nature of soil, that how many stories you can provide on that particular foundation, because it is directly proportional to nature of the soil, that means bearing capacity of the soil, how much soil is capable to take overcoming load. So the load calculation is directly proportional to bearing capacity of the soil. Exposure to wind, earthquake and their location in relation to surrounding property also. Depending on the nature of the structure, the type of the foundation and the characteristic of the ground, the value of foundation can be much as 7.5 of the total project value. So generally we can say that if the total height of the building is 100 feet, so 8% around if we consider So 8 feet of foundation height must be there. That is minimum requirement. So if you are going to construct 1000 feet height building, so the foundation height must be around 100 feet, around 80 feet approx. Also, there are many types of retaining wall and having the specific purpose. If we talk about interlocking sheet pile, these can be temporary or permanent. Contiguous secant pile, the latter more likely to be used in soft or wet soil, that can be used in both condition. Diaphragm wall, particularly used in soft ground with high groundwater and adjacent to the structure. Cross wall, often used in addition to the one of the where is a particularly high exposure to adjacent property. So these are the types of retaining wall and their respective uses. The case of coverage for skyscraper considered areas are, if we are going to design skyscrapers, so which kind of conditions, which kind of factors we have to consider while designing. First is piling. Which kind of pile we have to provide, which kind of pile foundation we have to provide, that is directly depend on the quality of soil. If the bearing capacity of the soil is very low, then we have to definitely provide either RCC pile or steel pile. If the bearing capacity is high, so we can decrease the depth of pile foundation. Dewatering condition. If the area having high water table, so we have to excavate, and if we consider we have to excavate total 50 feet below the ground level. So if the water table comes at the 45 feet and we have to excavate 50 feet, so we need to do the process of dewatering if excess water comes during the excavation process. Vibration, weakening or removal of support. Which kind of vibrations are there in that particular area in terms of earthquake. Next, dilapidation, that is directly related to the bearing capacity of the soil, stability of the soil. Now have a look at images. Two images are there. In first images, Shanghai, China. The building, you can see the building collapse because of failure of foundation. So there are many reasons of that. The exact reason was, if the depth of foundation is not proper, then it may be possible to collapse. And if the material proportion is not good, if the quality of material is not properly tested, then also it may be get collapse. That may be condition. In second image, you can see Moscow of Russia excavation cantilevered wall. You can see the excavation has done to construct cantilever wall. So it is now completed. Thank you.